How do you become a successful musician on YouTube? Let's talk about this. What's up, bootleggers? It's Scotty Mamadou here from the Bootleg Generation, where we finesse the music industry. So, how do you become a successful musician on YouTube? All right, guys, before we start this, I'm just gonna give y'all, a little background on me and everything like that. I'm the artist that goes by Scotty Mamadou. My record label is the Bootleg Generation. I've been doing music for, let's say about 10 to 12 years or so. But just like some of y'all, I have not really fully invested in it. I've not, I've released things. And I've had ups and downs. I've had some really great success. I've had some really great failures. But just like y'all, if y'all watching this video, y'all are probably deciding like, it is time for me to get serious. And that is the whole point of the Bootleg Generation YouTube channel. It is me getting serious. Whenever you're on YouTube and you're watching somebody talk about how to make it on music and stuff, and you're like, and they're saying all these things, but I felt like music, being in music, everyone, like, when you see them make it, you ask them how they made it, and they give you some vague answer because there's not a blueprint. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I'm gonna get super serious about music. I want my YouTube channel to be the blueprint that people can come and watch the videos and see me start from, where I'm at currently to making it. And that's the whole thing. Is I want this to sort of be like a blueprint for people. So, a little other background about me is, my actual job is I am a marketer. I am a designer. I'm a senior art director for big pharma and stuff like that. So I do have that marketing. I have like a decade's worth of marketing experience, and so that's why I was like, you know what, with my music and everything, I am actually going to prove that all the stuff I have done, we're gonna put this and we're going to figure out together as a community how we're gonna finesse the music industry. So another thing is, like, as I said, I release music. I'm gonna put links to my music below if y'all want to check it out. Currently I'm getting per month probably about 10,000 streams, and that's not me really putting forth effort, but starting from this video forward, we're gonna put forth effort, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna do to finesse the music industry. So as I fail, as I succeed, y'all are gonna see all these things, so y'all are gonna know what to do and what not to do. I'm gonna be that test dummy for y'all, so just hang on tight. If you're new here, hit that like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Let's start this video and let's talk about this. How to become a successful musician on YouTube. Number one, and as a marketer, I always ask, people, this is, are you engaging? And what I mean by engaging is, are you one of those people who, somebody can watch like tens and thousands of hours of videos of just you? Or are you one of those people who maybe you need somebody else to help you become engaging because you're not really good behind the camera, stuff like that? And if that's the case, that is super fine. That's why, like, especially, when you have like rappers and stuff like that, they usually have a hype man. Everybody, not everybody, but some people, they need that Flavor Flav that is like the hype man that comes in, that basically boosts you up and stuff. So number two is your career built for longevity? Are you building your career on rock? Are you building it on sand? And let's dissect that a little bit. What I mean by that is, Are you constantly trying to, chase hits? Are you constantly trying to chase the new trends? Are you trying to, be that new trending topic on TikTok and stuff like that? Perfect example is, when you talk about longevity, what happened a few months ago? You saw like the Island Boys pop up, and then just as soon as they popped up, they popped out because their career wasn't built for longevity. You see, longevity, like you see a Kendrick Lamar's, you see all of that. You don't see those type of artists like your Jay-Z's. You don't see them just kind of like on TikTok. Not saying that TikTok isn't a good marketing tool, because it is, but whenever you are constantly going for like that trends, whenever you're not finding out what your lane is, what your particular like niche audience is, you might not be built for longevity. And another thing that consists of building for longevity is number 3. And sorry guys, I have like note cards here because man, when you're doing stuff like this, I can't be remembering all this stuff, so I have to give myself notes. So number 3 is, are you consistent? And that was a big thing for me, especially during my decade of doing music, is I've released like 4 or 5 albums, and yes, each and every of these albums like did really, really well, but they could have done better because I needed to be consistent. And what I mean by consistent, it wasn't just like the space in which I released these albums, but it was more or less like, how was my promo cycle? And during this on this YouTube, I'm gonna also like talk to y'all about promo cycles and stuff. And what I mean by promo cycles, like whenever you're promoting your album, some people might just constantly drop music like this, so their promo cycle might be like a day. But then you have like your Lauryn Hills, which do not do this because only I guess Lauryn can do this, but she has been promoting the same album for 20 years. We don't have the luxury of that. Right now, maybe like back in the day, promo cycles for albums or for singles and stuff was like maybe like 3 months, 3 to 6 months. In our fast-paced like music industry, promo, like the promo cycles for an album might just be like a month. You might be able to squeeze in 2 months and stuff. So within that, you have to be consistent. Are you releasing videos? Are you releasing content? Are you releasing this and that? And of course, on this channel, we're gonna go over that, because everything I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna dissect it in other videos. So number 4 is kind of going with the consistency. Are you a drop it and leave it artist? And what I mean by that is, are you one of those artists that you're like, man, I am shrouded in mystery. I'm going to drop this surprise album that nobody was even thinking about or asking for, and I'm going to just sit there and just do this, and I'm going to just let my album just, my album is so great that it's going to do its own thing. Don't be that kind of artist. Especially not this soon in your career, because right now we are in that period in time that we are hungry. Like, we are hungry, so we don't have that luxury of just dropping stuff and sitting there. Like, some surprise albums, like, they might work for Beyonce, but they don't really, as an independent artist trying to scale those walls and stuff like that, like, you can't afford to be a drop it and leave it artist. You have to promote your stuff. You have to take a hold of that promo cycle, and you have to go with it. And number 5 is, to be a successful artist, think to yourself, are you a perfectionist? And what I mean by that is, sometimes that is it's such a double-edged sword, because that, for the longest time, for like 5 years of my music career, that was me. I was a perfectionist. I would work on an album and work on it because I'm like, it has to be perfect. It has to do this. It has to do that. And what happens is, I'll spend like a year or 2 working on this album. So by the time I even release it, I basically had to restart my fan base all over again. So it's sort of like playing a video game, getting towards like, you know, a boss, you realize, man, I'm not trying to fight this boss right now. I'm about to go and train and stuff like that. And then whenever you come back, like, you know, a long time later, you're like, oh crap, man, I could have just beat this dude right then and there. So, you know, think to yourself, like, are you letting your perfectionism get in the way of your music career? And don't do that, guys. Don't do that. But that's all I have for y'all today. If y'all really like this video, if y'all want to get to be a part of, you know, the bootleg generation army, we're gonna call ourselves the bootleggers, because we're about to finesse the music industry like nobody has ever finessed it before. But if y'all want to be a part of everything, you know what to do. Hit all the buttons, all of them. Hit that like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. And guys, I'll be dropping videos probably 2 to 3 times a week because I have so many ideas that I need to get out. I'll see you on the next video.